Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. Good morning, good friends. Ferris, Ferris hit the trifecta this week. All right, he's been here every day. All right, appreciate you coming through. Let's get some morning shout outs. All right, we got a couple things to run through, and then your boys got to get to work. But happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week has been going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. Who we got in here? We got Dr. Kush. Good morning. Good morning. We got Joey in the house. Good morning.
Good.
We got Michael Akins. Salute. Salute. Ashley's in here. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning. Rainmaker showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Represent.
We got Don Commas or Comas. Salute.
Comas.
Where do you see that? Where do you see the I?
That's why I switched it. Comas.
Okay. Michael Akins showing love on both channels. Salute.
I'm just trying to help out here, dog.
Point. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Ferris. Dual Sex Sports. Good morning. Just Aloe. Good morning. It is what it is. Good morning.
Biggie.
Point showing love on both channels. Says Rise and Shine. Good people. What's up, Jose and Hendo? And chat, hit the like button, y'all. Yes. Yes. Dr. Kush also showing love on both channels. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
McKnight, good morning.
Good morning.
We got Terry Wood, good morning. Good morning. Tanja, good morning.
Hey,
good morning,
Tanja.
Jose and Hendo. Good morning to you. We got DDSQ in the house. Good morning. Salute to you. Nightmare Kilo, salute. So good morning. I hope all you have a blessed day.
Indeed.
Today. Yes, yes. See Iron Addict, salute.
It's good, brother.
BC.
I got
What up,
work
BC?
today,
Good morning.
unfortunately.
You up?
I got work, unfortunately, today.
So do we all.
Yeah. Welcome to being an adult, Ferris.
Fact.
No, I know, but you know.
Hey, Ferris. Let me guess, Ferris. You're an independent man.
No, unfortunately.
Luke, good morning. Good morning. Imani showing love on both channels.
Good morning.
Appreciate you, Imani.
Appreciate it.
Depending on the grind.
Let's see. Luke K says, by accident, I was saying good morning in the live stream scheduled later tonight. Yeah. That happens. That happens. I noticed that a couple weeks ago because I schedule 3 shows today: the morning show, the LBHT show, and then the overtime show. You guys, I mean, that's for channel members and Patreon members. So if you're a Patreon member, you won't see that. I scheduled. You guys don't see that until later this afternoon. You'll see that stream. But yes, it's 3 that I work on. So I see how that can confuse people because I stream them back. I set them back to back. So it's the last thing you'll probably see pop up in your timeline. The LBHT show. You'll see that. You might see that before the morning show, but that's okay. Hey, either video, comments are welcome.
Thanks.
So, follower of Christ, good morning.
Good morning.
God bless.
Don DeWan, good morning.
So,
Nigerian Nightmare, good morning.
salute.
A-Light, good morning. Got Michael Hawthorne. So good morning, gentlemen. We're almost there.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Let's see. Carmelo Moody, good morning.
Good morning.
What else do we get? We got God's favorite. Salute.
What's up?
You did the Nigerian Nightmare's name is Christian.
Okay. Thank you for that information. Koya Media, good morning.
Good morning.
Devin Janelle, good morning.
Konnichiwa.
Tomo arigato.
Let's see. Thank everybody. Reg T.
What's up?
What's going on? And Rob, salute.
Appreciate it.
Praveen, good morning. Any thoughts on Diego Pavia signing with the Ravens? We're going to get to that in 1 second. We can get to that in 1 second. Black Daniels, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Black?
Muhammad, good morning.
Morning.
Stephanos, good morning or good afternoon from South Africa.
I appreciate that.
Salute.
Appreciate
Salute. Thank you.
Big up the Springboks.
Okay. SB Cam, good morning.
Rugby team's name. They love the rugby. They love the rugby down there.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Adria, good morning. Don C. Good morning.
What's
Good
up,
morning.
Doc?
All right. So Praveen brought it up,
What's up, Slim?
and I actually Slim. What's going on? Ellis, salute. I
Ellis.
see you. I see you. We're gonna talk some breaking news. Yesterday, Ravens
What's up,
signing undrafted free agent QB Diego Pavia to a 3-year deal. There was another person that accurately pointed out this is Adam Schefter's dirty work, where that he's doing for his agent, making it seem like the Ravens gave him an actual deal. It's just a typical UDFA contract where nothing is guaranteed. It's just before his contract was for just like a camp body essentially. This gives him a deal that's unguaranteed, which is the same as being a camp body. Basically saying don't expect him to be there after camp.
Right.
All right.
Because he wasn't the only one they signed.
Right. He like a few. I mean, this happens every year. A few people get that UDFA contract. It's typically 3 years. It's just not guaranteed money.
They'll just cut you whenever.
Yep. Or they'll cut you and then put you on a practice squad or whatever.
Yeah.
So don't expect them to be there. Is the moral of the story. So, but congratulations though. He's making strides, I guess. I was actually asking Coach, hey, there's Coach right there. What's going on, Coach? Salute. I was asking Coach about what the big issue was with him, because people, have been taking issues with him. I missed it, but apparently, he's got a lot of confidence in himself, and when he's asked who the greatest college quarterback of all time is, he's like, "You looking at him? That's right here. You talking to him? You welcome
me, baby."
He once said he had a better college career than Lamar Jackson.
Hey, you know what? He's wrong, but I love the confidence. Okay.
He did something. He did something. No offense to Lamar Jackson, he did something very more impressive than Lamar Jackson though in college.
What's that?
Take two of the worst programs in NCAA football period and give them both 10-win seasons. So it's pretty impressive. Winning 10 games at New Mexico State, and then winning 10 games multiple years at Vanderbilt. It's pretty a team
that's why he feels how he feels.
Yeah, exactly, man. A team that averages 3 wins a game for the last 10 years. Shout out to you.
What was Louisville before Lamar got there? Were they winning 10 games? I feel like they weren't.
Teddy Bridgewater. They won Big Six. Like they beat Florida in the Sugar Bowl. Charlie Strong and Teddy Bridgewater. They had a good program.
Yep, that's right.
Jeff Brom back in the day.
Yeah.
Chris Redmond. Y'all know Chris Redmond. They had some success.
Yes, we know Chris Redmond.
Yeah.
Dress Sports. Good morning, cousin Davon. Salute. We got Unkind Ravens fans. Says good morning, LBHT crew, Rogue Nation, and good friends, better rivals. There you go.
Let's go.
Deanna in the house. Good morning, Deanna. Morning. Tori, I see you.
What's up?
Dance fan. Good morning.
And Mom.
Let's see. And Mun. Oh, there we go. And Mun. Good morning. And Unkind Ravens fans showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. So I mean, we've talked about a few of these players. We talked about the draft. Actually, we did a Ravens roundup yesterday. Hold up. Tracy is here. Good morning, Tracy. Ferris was ready this morning.
Loaded it up.
Thanks for coming through, Tracy. Appreciate you. World class. I see you in here as well.
It's Chris Redmond channel. It is not.
Yeah. So we're going through each of the players yesterday, giving our thoughts on them, and I saw some of you guys. Okay, you guys were joking because I said I didn't do my homework. I was just being honest. I didn't watch. Did you guys watch tape on all these players? I don't think so. Right? Of course, Coach and Chris watches tape on all of them. That's what they do. I did see most of them, but some of them, like the tight ends, I didn't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I knew what was going on with them. I didn't look at their tape. I didn't go back to look at their tape after we drafted them.
Right. And honestly, man, like we've been saying for the last week and a half, You don't know with tight ends. You
Well,
don't. You can watch as much tape as you want. You don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
you just
thing.
don't
And I
know.
wasn't, and I happened to see. I was gonna say I didn't watch any of the later rounds, but I happened to see tape on Rashawn Benny. Some of these guys I looked at before the draft because when I was doing these mock drafts, I wanted to see who it was that I was picking. Rashawn Benny was one of them. But Adam Randall, right? I did look at his tape because when I saw, his measurables and everything, they showed a little highlight. I said, "Oh, okay, is this a sleeper guy?" You know what I mean? We appreciate you too, Tracy. Thank you. Like, is this a sleeper? And I hear a lot of people getting hyped about him because they're saying he could be Derrick Henry 2.0. Now, I'll say this: looking at his tape, I see that he's definitely has some potential. I can't go that far yet. I don't like calling any rookie rounds 1 through 7 the next great whoever, right? Like, they're great for a reason. So is he going to be Derrick Henry? No, I'm going to go on a limb and say no, he's not going to be Derrick Henry. Could he be really good? He could be. He has a lot to work on, but this, for I understand, he only played 1 year as running back. He was a wide receiver in high school, and you can kind of see that on his tape. He's got some pretty good hands. His ball carrying vision is pretty good, but there's a lot still for him to work on before you can say he can be that guy. But what do you feel about him? Do you feel like he's somebody? One, is he going to stay on the team? I know we're hyped about him now, but we have 3 running backs on the team right now. We're going to carry him on the team, and or is it somebody we're going to try to stash away and as a practice squad guy? You'll have to cut him before you do that. Is he somebody that he's going to be injured, quote unquote? We like to stash away people on injured reserve. What do you think? I don't think he's going to contribute this year, but I don't know if we want to carry him on an active roster either. That's the dilemma.
I think we do carry him. Okay. I think, like you said, he's only had 1 year starting experience, and I think that his biggest issue is his pass blocking. Once he gets that down with the right coaching, I think he'll be able to see the field, because or at least I don't believe that Rasheen Ali is an answer. Like, to me, I think he's replaceable. Justice Hill, I don't know, because through the first 4 games, he had like -7 yards rushing. Then he got injured later in the season. So we don't know if he's on the decline, if the injuries have caught up to him. So Randall has every opportunity to come in and take that 3rd running back spot, maybe that 2nd running back spot. It just depends on the coaching staff that we have and how they coach him up and how willing he is to learn.
Yeah. The thing with Ali is he's our special teams guy, right? Doesn't he return for us? And just so can get some special teams as well. I don't know if Randall can do that. And
you want speed as a returner, right? So if you're running 4.5, you want good straight line speed when you're returning the ball, especially now.
Well, not even for Randall, he wouldn't be returning. You're talking about a gunner, right?
Oh, okay,
something like that. Yeah.
So we don't know,
and that's what Justice Hill started out as. He wasn't a returner, right? Wasn't he a gunner?
I mean, everybody was a gunner under John Harbaugh at one point.
Yeah,
even the starters. So,
Corey Amedia says Randall is a kick returner too. Okay, all right. You're right though. You're right. Everybody had to go through special teams under John Harbaugh.
Humphrey, Jimmy Smith, all of them. But more importantly, like, we still have a LeJounte if needed.
LeJounte Wester.
LeJounte Wester.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Madara, good morning.
You have options.
Itanya, I see you in here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who else came in here? G. David. Salute.
Madara.
Yes. Yeah. Madara, good morning. Kwame. I see you, Kwame.
Hey, what's up, Kwame?
Good morning. Salute. So, no, I just posted that out there, because yes, I definitely see the potential with him. I think they're gonna want to keep him. But going through the list of players, right, like we did yesterday, and we're giving our thoughts on each of the players. What I'm seeing in the chat is, hey, this guy is great. Don't sleep on this guy. This guy is great. And I said, okay, everybody loves everybody here. Okay, we have 11 picks, and I asked the crew, I asked the Ravens Roundup, I asked the chat, how many of these players do you think are going to actually work out for the team? By working out, I mean contribute, right? And also, how many of them do you think get second contracts with the team?
That's the more difficult question.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do you think, Hendo? And I'll ask the chat this too. If you didn't hear me ask this yesterday, we have 11 picks.
Mhm.
How many of those guys are going to contribute to the team, and how many of them are going to re-sign with the team? Those are two major questions you got to ask.
4.
From this year's draft is what you said.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 will make the team, and 3 may resign.
Okay. I'm looking at some of the answers here. All right. I asked 2 questions though, so you got to put 2 answers in your.
I think 6 make the team,
I think
and
so.
4 resign.
What's up, Zico Kage?
What's up?
G David says 3, 5. I need 2 numbers though. I need 2 numbers. All right. God's favorite says 5 and 5. I be saying good morning.
What's up?
I see you in here. Big boy, good morning. Who else is here?
God made me.
God made me. Yes.
He said all
5
of
make
them.
the team. all of them. Let me turn this off. All right, there we go. 5 and 3, 6 and 3. Okay, 4 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 3. You sent me the graphic. On X. Let me take a look real quick, Coach. Let me take a look. Sorry if I freeze real quick. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 6 and 4. 6 and 4.
6 and 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
No, because it's the first 4 picks,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
the punter.
The punter makes 5, and then I think one of the tight ends. I think Matthew Hibner is the guy they like. So that's 6.
There you go. This is from Coach. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good looking out. All right. So these are the players right here.
Mm-hmm.
These are the players right here. All right. So while you're giving your answer, and and then it's coming back to you. You're like, ooh, we drafted a punter. Ew. All right.
So here's the thing. I was
But you don't have a punter.
We did. We signed a free one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Doesn't make a difference.
He kicks the ball. A guy that kicks the ball. That's what we signed.
But listen, I was reading an article about Eckley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it had me thinking, what if we're looking at this draft all wrong? Like we're sitting up here thinking, yeah, they drafted for need, they drafted for talent. But what if they are just setting the foundation for mentality? They're getting guys that are excitable, they love football, and even a punter, he likes to celebrate. Who's the dude that used to play for Oakland?
Marquette King.
Marquette King. He's like him, and I think he's bringing guys in that have personalities, and it's setting the tone for the new Ravens. Because if you look at outside of Marlon Humphrey, we didn't have guys that were really excitable on the field. They didn't get up for games, they didn't talk football like Zion Young does. Like, hey, y'all boring, you know what I'm saying? So I think that this draft was more of a tone setter to set the baseline for what he's going to do going forward. Hopefully. And I believe that they can coach a lot of these guys up for the deficiencies that they have, but they all have specific skill sets that the coaches wanted. So, I mean, Marquette didn't last very long, but it was his attitude, and it had more to do with John Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden hated him.
Than it did with Marquette.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, man, like he could actually punt. There's no reason for him to have the shorter career that he had.
Right.
That's.
Yeah, John wanted his punters not to talk.
That's all right. Now, I think the most interesting one might be Rivers.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna stick.
I think he's gonna stick because he could be the eventual replacement for Marlon Humphrey after the season. So he's gonna get every opportunity to start in the slot. So
I think he's gonna be. I think main reason why he fell is because he's a shorter cornerback,
but he can play.
Chandler Rivers, yeah.
Yeah, and listen, man, I say all the time, size is not a skill, right? Like, yes, it can be somewhat of a hindrance when when you're going for those 50-50 balls, right? But everything about his game is on point. and this man, he can read the QB, he can read the offense. He's up there. He's up there. He's always in position. He shouldn't have fell this far. I don't think. I think this is one of the better steals of the draft. I believe.
Definitely a size thing. They really definitely.
Yeah, but if
they're gonna bump him in. They're gonna bump him inside. He's gonna be a very good slot.
Yeah, and listen,
so no, go ahead.
If you are concerned about size, Antoine Winfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He was realistically 5'7.5" and was a dog.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, let me get the super chat from Don C. Appreciate you, Don C. He says, have you guys ever noticed that we can run any screen plays successfully? Other teams kill us with the screen game. Hopefully this offense helps Lamar. I think we can't run screen plays successfully. Yes, I noticed that. The couple times that we did it, it was like, oh my God, we did a screen. Yeah, you're right.
We couldn't do it with Joe. We couldn't do it with Lamar. Like it took like 16 years before we could successfully run consecutive screenplays. Like,
yeah, that's accredited to Harbaugh and the coaches that he brings in.
Yes,
yeah, and the players and the personnel that he brought in.
True.
All that's going to change.
Someone brought up Keontae Scott in the chat. He was drafted 4th round, 116. So it's either you going Surratt or Scott.
Right.
Who do you want, Surratt or Scott? They went Surratt for Lamar Jackson because Jesse Minter is probably like, I can make the defense work. Because again, at the end of the day, your new head coach had one of the best defenses in the league. They're nobodies to the general footballing public, but they're very good players who fit his scheme. If you look at that defense, one name popped out, and it was Khalil Mack.
Right.
No other name really popped out, and Derwin James. So it was Derwin and Khalil, and everyone else just did their jobs. Just did their jobs. So he probably was like, Lamar needs a weapon. We're gonna go receiver here instead of corner.
World Class is 9-6. Okay, I like the enthusiasm. There are a few guys here that I like.
Right.
But when we start getting realistic, how many of them are going to actually keep? This could be similar to the 2022 draft, where you look at the players and like, man, a few of these guys worked out. That's nice, but how many did we bring back? Not many. Right. Vega for sure. Zion Young, I think definitely.
Yeah.
This is where we start getting some questions here, right?
Right.
Jacoby Lane, I don't know about. Elijah Surratt, I feel a little bit more confident about. The tight ends, I don't know. All right. I feel good about at least one of them because typically the Ravens, including EDC, does a good job drafting tight ends. Typically, it's a second one, so I tend to feel better about Cuevas than Himner.
Right.
And Chandler Rivers, yeah, I think definitely.
Right.
Outside of that, it's a toss-up. Right, it's a toss-up. Rashawn Benny is probably better than a 6th-round pick, but he got picked in the 6th round. I don't know, you're talking about roster spots. You're talking about how many of these guys are they going to try to stash away? And then how many are actually going to be able to take the field and contribute? I'm going to say 5 people work out for the team, meaning they're going to contribute in a meaningful way.
Right.
And we sign 4 of them. We re-sign 4 of them. Not to say that these guys don't turn out to be good players, but I don't think they're all going to get the chance to play here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we're not going to keep all the guys that play well.
Yeah.
I think the first 4 are definitely going to have meaningful impact on the team. And I go with Chandler Rivers. So I feel like Chandler Rivers was a mentor pick. So I think those 5 will have meaningful impact because they'll probably bump him in to do some slot stuff. So those 5.
Jacoby Lane, I don't know. I see the potential there. You know, I can see why people get excited about him. But listen, man, I think Elijah Sarratt is just more polished. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to contribute right away. We still have Rashad Bateman on the team. Rashad Bateman is right at this point a lot better than Jacoby Lane, right?
Yes.
Jacoby Lane could eventually surpass him, but not right now. We got Tez Walker on the team. Like, there's some guys on the team that can just outperform Jacoby Lane. Jacoby Lane might get buried on a depth chart and he'll need time to develop. But how much time is he going to get to do that? Because especially here, you have a year really to really turn things around and show that you can contribute before you can get if they're going to consider you here for another contract. Now, he could take 2 or 3 years to develop and then ball out in this contract year, and he'll get a contract, just not here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Ty Riggs, thank you for the super chat. Says it's the poor time screens to like 4th and 30. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. And I see people in the chat talking about Rivers versus Webb Jr. Y'all forget about Longer Beam and Kone.
Yeah.
Like, people have forgotten all about them.
I didn't forget about those guys, but again, it's who does the coaching staff want here, right? It's a brand new coaching staff. They're not going to get rid of all those guys. I think, I think TJ Tampa, they'll work with him. Longer Beam and Kone, they're later draft picks, and they got hurt, and this is one of their guys, right?
Ooh.
Especially they didn't draft that much on defense. This is one of their guys, and he looks a lot more polished than those guys.
We forgot about Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, for this year. Antonio, my friend Antonio, what's going on? Says I can see Randall being a return guy. Okay, they'll find a way to fit him on a team. He's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential in this draft. Itanya says when the locker room is having fun, it makes the players play better. Facts. I love the energy the team had when Ingram was here. Yeah, they had that swag. I also like when we had MP with the thug energy. I think we need both. I think we got both. Yeah,
let's get it.
We definitely got it with Zion.
Let's get it.
I miss MP Juice, man.
Let's get it.
Like we need his energy. And people kind of soured on him after the injury, saying that he wasn't the player that he was. I remember this man at 185 straight up tackling Derrick Henry and took him down.
Yep.
He showed heart. And I think that's what we're trying to get back to. Players that have heart and will go all out and tell the coaches like, "Oh, you're wrong." And not just go with the status quo and just, let things be, because we've had a little bit of that for a little too long. So we need those players that we keep saying had that dog in them. And I think we may have gotten that. And I know we got that with Zion.
Zion Young was in Lane's documentary. I really like him. Which Lane?
Jacoby Lane. He had like a documentary on YouTube with partnership with Netflix.
Really?
It's like kind of like his draft journey and his draft workouts. He's his personal wide receivers coach is TJ, who's your mama. So because you know how these some former NFL players are becoming personal coaches to some of these people, like Jordan Palmer is now like the QB coach to the stars.
I think that's a good thing though.
And I think TJ Houshmandzadeh is now the go-to for a lot of receivers.
Now, did he just start working with TJ Houshmandzadeh, or is it something he's been?
I didn't watch the documentary. I just know they've been working. He worked with him in this draft process. I didn't watch the documentary to know if it's been going on for many years. It probably has been going on for many years because TJ lives in LA. Jacoby went to USC. Maybe I need to finish. I need to watch it. I need to see more ROI if he's been working with them for years. I was gonna say if he just started, then maybe that's a good thing. I know also Jacoby Lane was coached by Ty Heap in high school. That's probably the connection that led him to the Ravens. Because like some of the things that we're not seeing with him, Ty Heap might vouch for him and say no, he can actually do those things. It's just
the offense he was in USC, he wasn't required to do it, or they didn't ask him to do that or
Yeah,
whatever.
man. Yeah, I don't, man. Lincoln Riley, man. I don't like his offense. I don't like him as a coach. I don't like anything about the guy. You know, outside of CeeDee Lamb, what skill and Mark Andrews, what skills position players has he really done from Oklahoma?
Didn't he coach Hurts?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm talking about skill position, but like quarterbacks, yeah, he has the Kyler Murray, the Jalen Hurts, the Baker Mayfields. I'm talking like their pass catchers. You know, I mean,
CeeDee Lamb's a pretty good one.
You know what? I mean, a broke clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people are undeniable.
Didn't he coach Hollywood?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the offensive coordinator. That is true. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
he has a pretty good track record, I would say.
Okay, well, it ain't two bad. People. It's two people.
You named you named CeeDee Lamb. Who else did you name before that?
Oh, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I mean,
three. Okay, three people. Okay,
all right.
Okay. I guess my personal gender hatred for the guy is kind of blinding me a little.
Thank you for the super chat. Ty says, "Is Tony going to be back? Be okay though? That bone break was wild." Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard it was career ending or anything like that. Usually, bone breaks aren't career ending, not nowadays. But
yeah, you just got to reestablish it with the metal rod, and you just got to heal it. Yeah.
And then trust it.
Yeah.
And all right, we got Nightmare Kilo with a super chat. Appreciate you. Says, I expect our situational football to get better under this coaching staff. Not be able to successfully execute a screen consistently is crazy. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. And I agree. I think under this coaching staff, it will be a lot better. I just think we're going to execute different on both sides of the ball. It's going to look different. It should be a fun year for sure.
No collapses.
And in a fun postseason for once.
Yeah,
I think so. Bucko Beasy, appreciate that. Thank you for super chat. Says Lincoln Riley has been living off Coach Stoops forever.
That's a good
I
point.
don't go that far.
Yes.
We just named some receivers, some skill positions that he had a hand in making them successful and getting to the league.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about him overall as a head coach. That's different. But developing players, and that's what we care about, right? We don't care about their success in college. The college coaches care about the success, but we're talking about the developmental part of it.
Right.
Now you can argue that now that he's a full-time head coach, he doesn't care as much about developing the players, more so about just winning.
Thanks.
Which is why when you're evaluating these players, there's a lot that goes into it, man. Like, it's not just what you see on tape. It's not just, what they do at the combine. Mm-hmm. You have to really dig into, their history and see what is he being taught to do. Right. And I've kind of get the feeling there's a lot of that going on with Jacoby Lane, where you see on tape, and even Steve Smith pointed it out, like, you see him doing the same things over and over and over. That leads me to believe that they're just not telling him to do anything different, right? Because they already he already has a size mismatch. He has good hands, and they got Mekhi Lemon on the other side. They don't need to do a whole lot with Jacoby, and it's one of those things where the Ravens looked at it and said, "Oh, he can do a lot more." They just weren't asking him to do a lot more. We get him to do those other things. You see a different side of him. That's possible, right. And that's how you get these gems. Right later on in the draft, where you're just like, man, nobody saw that. Usually one team sees it. They're looking for something specific, and they might see it when they do like the workouts. They might have him do a couple things that he wasn't asked to do in college, and they can see that he can do it, and they're like, "Yep, that's our guy."
Yeah, because look at what Pittsburgh used to do with those late round wide receivers, and who thought that the 6th round pick in Antonio Brown would turn out to be what he was?
Yeah, exactly. Bucko Beasy, appreciate the super chat. Says CD was a Stoops recruit since his sophomore year. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, there you go.
Just because you were a recruit don't mean nothing. You still got to develop the kid.
Yeah, true.
Lincoln Riley and Dennis Simmons, they developed him. Like, you can recruit, like, oh, I want to play for Stoops, but Bob Stoops isn't going to be in the wide receiving room every single day. He has 75 kids to look after. So he's, like the offensive coordinator and the receivers coach is the key here. It's not Bob Stoops. Being a Bob Stoops recruit mean nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing.
We got another super chat from JR. Thank you, man. Thank y'all for the super chat love today, man. Appreciate that. Says, besides Vega, Surratt, Adam, Jose Cuervo, which is Josh Cuevas. That's the new name that coach has deemed him, Jose Cuervo. And Adam will be the biggest immediate impact. Okay. Love the competition they are bringing in at almost every position besides center. Yeah, I do too. And I think you hit it there, JR. They're bringing in competition. One, they're bringing in guys that they like, right? Like every coaching staff does this. A new coaching staff comes in. That's the new regime. They're going to bring in their people, but they're not just bringing. They brought a couple of guys here and there, but mostly they're bringing in guys that they can develop. Right? This is a guy that we like. We're going to bring him in. He hasn't been coached to do anything else, and he's only going to be coached on what we want him to do, and also to compete with some of the guys that are already on the roster, because there's some guys that could work out here, but they have to show us that they can, one, buy into our system, to actually execute our system.
Yeah, because just picture Adams coming out the backfield, being a former wide receiver, he can run routes. So going 5 wide and getting a safety on him. Like, they could definitely can do some things if used properly, if they coach them up. And I do believe they can coach them up, unlike the former regime that just brought people in and was like, do you think?
He just has to get his blocking down. But 1 year. It's been 1 year. Like, he can get better at that.
Bruh, look at the change from Justice Hill in one season.
Yep.
Because we were trashing Justice Hill, saying, God, get him off the field. And then in one season, he was on it. So it's possible.
Definitely. Bucko Beasley, appreciate the super chat. Says, by the way, this Ravens team will actually be refreshed in the playoffs. Can you believe that Garbage had them going full speed at the end of the season? Yeah, I can believe it. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to bring him up because Ferris is here, but these are things that the Giants have to look forward to. I'll say this, I don't know, man. I felt like initially he's gonna make you guys competitive. Man, I just feel like his time is up as a coach in this league, man. Like he hasn't changed anything. Like I thought that a change of scenery might be good for him, and this could be something that's good for both parties. But seeing the moves that he's making and just listen to him talk, man, I feel like he doesn't get it. But we'll see.
Yes, someone asked what's my expectations for them this year. It's simple. He's an 18-year head coach in this league, right? Last year, I saw multiple second-year head coaches or first-year head coaches make the playoffs. Saw multiple of them. I expect the playoffs next year. We better be in the playoffs next year. Because you don't give a head coach $100 million to not make the playoffs. So you're giving him $100 million for 5 years. I expect every single year we're in the playoffs. Because I'm giving you $100 million. Your contract is your expectation. $100 million fully guaranteed, 5 years of playoffs. And I'll say, you know what? I know winning a Super Bowl is hard. I won at least one Super Bowl. So in those 5 years, I don't get a Super Bowl and I missed the playoffs a couple of times. It's a failure because your contract is your expectation. $100 million guaranteed. That's the expectation. Every single year a playoff and at least one Super Bowl. And if I get none of that, his 5 years was a failure. He wasted $100 million.
Don't forget roster autonomy, giving him that power to pick personnel.
Exactly.
That is a big deal for him.
No, exactly. No, because like how we say, right, your expectation is your contract. You're getting paid this much amount of money. This is the expectation. I mean, that's the expectation. And we all know coaches' contracts are fully guaranteed. So he's going to get his $100 million. I'm going to repeat it once again. 5 years of playoffs, one Super Bowl. And if I get none of those, it's a failure. Period. I don't care what Giants fans say. I don't care what BS they're gonna be like. Oh, but he got us to a playoff and we won 9 games in 10 games. Where's my Super Bowl, dog? $100 million. You get $100 million.
Hey, listen. When we held him to that standard over here, we were also labeled haters, but whatever.
Well, guess what, baby? I was born a hater, so
I appreciate the super chat.
You know
Thoughts on the 2 QB sign yesterday? What does it mean for Huntley? Huntley's going to be the backup.
Right. Yeah, man.
Huntley's going to be. They're not going to mess around with that. Huntley, he has the experience. You know, he has a similar style to Lamar. They're not going to risk it with any of these guys. These are just camp guys. They're giving them a workout. Unless they do something spectacular, even still, they won't be on the active roster, right? They'll be on somebody's practice squad. If they really impress, they'll get cut, and then they'll try to bring them back as practice squad. Somebody else will probably try to approach them, but no, they're not making the team. They're not making the team. We got a little time. Well, first, I want to ask y'all, like, okay, so Steve Bisciotti made the Adam Randall pick. Right.
Yeah, I think he personally knows him or his family or something.
He knows the coach. He knows what's his face?
The Clemson guy? Dabo. Okay.
Dabo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, he did his homework, picked him. Do you think this is going to lead to more Steve Bisciotti picks in the future?
Yes. As excited as he was to make that, to be, because some owners just want to be a part of the process. So if we go out here and win a Super Bowl this year, he can be like, hey, my pick helped. I contributed by not only by just throwing money at it, I contributed by picking somebody that did something for the team. And he just seemed like a kid in a candy store. Like it just breaks the monotony of him just doing the day-to-day things. I don't think he's going to be Jerry Jones-esque, but I do think every now and again he may not make the pick, but he's going to give his input as to players that he likes or he would like them to draft.
Do we have a problem with this, y'all? Do we have a problem with it's one thing if he's giving input. I expect the owner to have input. Mm-hmm. Do we have a problem with him just flat out taking one of the picks and saying, I'm going to make the pick here?
But my thing is just like owners have been doing that for years. And they've been doing it in the second and first rounds.
They've been saying, I'm just going to, when you say owners been doing that for years, you're talking about Jerry Jones. It's not, the majority of owners do not say, I'm going to make this pick here. Yes, I think there are times where they say, hey, go, hey, the obvious thing, right?
The bad owners have done that multiple times. Yeah. I've seen other owners do it instead of Jerry Jones.
Okay, so Ferris, you didn't answer my question. Do we have a problem?
No, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with Steve Bisciotti, right? It was the 5th round. He talked to his friend Dabo. Dabo's like, I really like this Adam Randall kid. He's like, okay, we'll pick Adam Randall. It was the 5th round, If he starts picking 3rd rounders and say, you got a problem.
Listen,
you got a problem.
I don't have a problem with this because this is the owner of the team. This is a billionaire. He asked. It wasn't just like he was like, I'm gonna make the pick. He asked if it was okay. It's your team. You do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
But being that he had enough respect for them to ask, that's why I don't have a problem with it.
You know why I have a problem with it? It's just another sign that we had too many picks.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's the same thing when we drafted a quarterback, Leary. That was T. Martin's pick. That was a waste of pick because we had too many picks. We didn't know what we wanted to do with all those picks, and we're just handing picks away. One year maybe one of you guys get to make a pick. How about that? Maybe they just do a drawing and let one of you guys pick. We drafted a punter. We gave away a pick to the owner because we had too many picks. Right. How many punters got drafted?
I think just him.
One.
Wait, let me check for you guys.
Too many picks.
Yeah.
Too many picks. But we couldn't trade. But we couldn't trade up to get a center. That's all I'm saying. We couldn't give up any picks to go up and get a center. But here we are giving away draft picks. All right. A-Light, thank you for the super chat. It says Hars fleeced the G-men. Lamar gave him that 8-year stimulus package. He's not a good coach. I'm not going to argue that. He was supposed to be fired. Thank you, Tanja. She says, good point. Yeah. Leary. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. See, they all like it. They all like it. So we gotta get out of here soon, but I want to play. If I can, hold on. Let me pull it up because I closed it out. My bad. I want to play something. Just a snippet of it. This guy's talking for about a good 4 minutes, and I want to play. We're not gonna play for. I just said we're not gonna play the whole thing.
I want to know who this is.
Okay. But people tend to talk about how we're negative because we hold his team to certain standards, and some people might say we're spoiled, blah blah blah, right? Because we got a good team, and it's never enough. Well, I want to play something from this guy. He his team has had a lot of success, more success than us in the last 8 years.
Mhm.
All right. And he's sharing his thoughts on the draft. And
I know it is. I know it is.
Calm down, Ferris. Calm down.
I didn't spoil it, but I know what you're gonna play, and he's gold. That man is gold.
All right, relax. Let me make sure I can play it first. Hold on.
All right.
Give me a second here.
If it's the clip,
And let me get this super chat. Hold on, let me get the super chat for Amp before I play it. Amp, thank you for the super chat. Says I don't trust EDC. Steve needs to say something.
Like you're fired.
Yeah. All right, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. All right, let me share this. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear it.
Fan however you want. But this thing that there's like the fan police out there, there are 11 teams that would die to be the Niners. I'm a Niner fan. I'm born and raised here. This is the team I grew up with. And they make me go crazy in a weird way. It was easier being a Warrior fan when they sucked because at least I knew they were god-awful. I knew where we stood in the pecking order of the NBA hierarchy and the sports landscape. At the very bottom. That's where we were. We resided at the bottom. I think the most insane torture chamber to be stuck in as a fan is exactly where the Niners are. Knocking at the door and no one answers. Knocking at the door and never actually getting your championship. Not be able to actually win a Lombardi Super Bowl. It's the worst vortex Bermuda Triangle to be in as a fan. It's awful. Absolutely awful. I am so sick and tired of hosts and media people and fans policing people for just being insane. This is why this team travels so well, because we love it so much. This is why this team sells out every merchandise. You couldn't find those new black jerseys, which I'm like whatever on. Like you couldn't find them anywhere because people were gobbling them up left and right like Tic Tacs. You know why? Because this fan base is rabid. This fan base is dying, is salivating for one title. So shame on us for losing our minds because we want the draft to actually net us some players to get us over the hump. I'm so sick and tired of everyone telling Niner fans how to feel. I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear from people in the media. I don't want to hear from I had Jay Glazer. You're spoiled. Shut up, Jay Glazer. Shut up.
Finally, someone said
spoiled. You don't know the misery that I've been through. But the reality is that when you keep falling at the very end, and you're the bridesmaid and never the bride, and you never get the ring put on the finger, that is a misery vortex that drives you insane.
That was not the clip I was expecting, but that was a good clip. Jose, you're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted. That's about half of it right there. That's about half of it.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, so that's just when people say, "Hey, you're being too negative, and you're just being negative for no reason." This is coming from a fan of a team that's had a lot more success than we have.
Mm-hmm.
In the last few years, right?
In the multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah,
been in multiple Super Bowls. And he's just tired of the poor GMing, right? And it's not just him. Right. I follow Grant Cohn. He has media credentials. He's right there in front asking them all the questions. And he asked them about the questionable drafting because this year they will tell you they had a terrible draft. And they're not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, we've been to 2 Super Bowls. You just got to trust. You got to trust the GM. You got to trust them. You got to trust John Lynch." They're not saying that over there. They're saying, "What the hell is that? right? Because they have high expectations, and we have to have high expectations here, right? Our window is now, and you can't just go for whatever. Now, I don't think we had a terrible draft. I think we had a good draft, but there's still a question about center. So when we ask about what's going on with center, don't be like we just being negative and it'll all work out. No, man, because if it doesn't work out, we're gonna end up like that guy.
Shout out to Joe Shakti, man. Shout out to him. The morning roast. Shout out to him. Yeah, man.
All of them are pissed.
Yeah, man, because and also too, like I think with Niner fans, I think their anger is misplaced because they're all looking at John Lynch. Well, we know who runs the team. Everyone knows who runs the team. Everyone knows who makes the decisions, but no one wants to call it out because he's also your head coach and he like coaches the hell out of the team. But
I say the Shanahan's because Mike Shanahan is still
he's still there. Yeah, you need to everyone. John is John. But the smoke needs to be at Kyle because Kyle runs the team.
Right.
Kyle's the reason. Like when they hired Kyle before they hired John, and Kyle said, "I want John to be my GM, so he'll be my GM when he does the day-to-day mundane things I don't like."
What else?
So,
Listen,
the Grant Cohn clip was hilarious, man. He said they told us he switched from quarterback to wide receiver. In 7th grade, why does that matter? And I'm like, why does that matter? Why? Like Grant was like, don't play with my intelligence right now.
He was
Kyle.
talking about how John Lynch got mad at him about the question. He's just like, what? You didn't know people were mad about that? You didn't know that?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Well, all right, what are you saying, Hendo?
So listening to that clip, it made me think. And he's right. It's not the fact that we're so critical on this team. It's the fact that we know, everybody in the Ravens fan base knows, over the last 8 years, we should have won at least one Super Bowl. And it's certain personnel decisions and certain coaching decisions that prevented us from being there. But more importantly than the Niners fans, the Philadelphia Eagles have been to multiple Super Bowls and won one. And their fans are 10 times worse than what we are.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm sorry, they won 2 Super Bowls over a period of time.
Yeah.
But their fans are worse than we are. And they just roll with it. Because everybody wants their opinion to be right. We're not trying to be right. We're just trying to give you what we see. And if you're mad about it, be mad about it. But I don't want people complaining, saying somebody's complaining. What are you doing? You're coming in here being negative to us.
The Eagles won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. And
right.
last year.
Find a coach.
Last year, some YouTubers bigger than us. Shout out to our friends, the Philly Special Show, good friends of ours.
Thomas
Mott. They will tell they've been telling you all year the problem is Sirianni.
Yep.
That's coming off a Super Bowl win.
Right.
Yeah, because he hired his people the year they came off the Super Bowl appearance. His people didn't work. Roseman fires his people, brings in Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. They win the Super Bowl. Then Kellen Moore leaves. Sirianni hires his person.
Mm-hmm.
His person doesn't work out again.
Mm-hmm.
Howie Roseman then fires him. Sirianni wants to get rid of their legendary offensive line coach, run game coordinator. Howie said, "Are you stupid?" No, that's not happening. They beef about it. He then leaves because he's like, "I ain't dealing with this. I'm going to take the year off." So Jeff is now taking the year off. Howie knows, he's like, "No offense, Nick, I can replace you. I can't replace him." Because you know why, Nick? Because I have done that. I replaced the guy you replaced because he pissed me off.
Right.
Don't piss me off.
Yeah.
Because I'll fire your ass. But here's the thing, too. Eagles fans trust him. Y'all don't trust your GM. Because Howie tells you, we may stink for a year or two. We're resetting. So they reset, then they come back up.
They're resetting.
Some will say we trust them, but we like there's no reason to trust them.
And how is asking about what are we doing in the center being negative? Because a couple years back, when they said, "Oh, Andrew Roy, he's still, we got him in the 7th round. He's 3rd round talent, steal of the draft. When he gets healthy, he's going to do this." And we like, all right, just wait and see. We don't know what he's going to be. And that was being negative, but it turns out he can't play.
Yeah.
Lele, same thing. So we're asking the same questions of something that we've already seen just last year. And it's being negative, pointing out something that has been repeated since 2021. And we're just asking, when is it going to change? Just because you don't want to hear it and admit that the guy that you like, because you like Arthur Costa, you like Lacey because she interacts with you on Twitter, you don't want somebody questioning what he does. He could have done things a lot better. He could stop going defense every year when the defense isn't really the problem and protect his quarterback, but says he loves Lamar, says he loves offensive lines and does nothing about it. Even the defensive line. They waited until the 7th round to get defensive line help, not knowing what's going on with Matabike. And I like this draft, but even defensively, he didn't get some things. We still need another linebacker. Like
that's a gamble. Yeah. I know he's been gambling a lot this offseason.
Right. And it's all we're doing is asking the questions.
Yeah.
Hey, lady.
33 Lady Ram, salute. Thanks for coming through. Read a couple more comments and then we getting up out of here. Ashley says this team needs to be held to a high standard. Facts. Kwame says, imagine if we got Derrick Henry during that 23 season, just a 2nd round pick is all we needed. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. For somebody like Derrick Henry, you couldn't give it up. You couldn't give us a 2nd round pick. What did we get in the 2nd round? Nobody remembers. What did we get that? Well, that was 23 season. That was the 24 draft.
Yes, I got you right now.
Was that our right tackle?
Roger Rosengarten.
Right.
Yeah, Rosengarten, and we got Nate Wiggins in the 1st round.
Yes.
Right. And listen, I need them people to stop saying, "Oh, it's the Titans owner's fault." Y'all really think that a man that knew he wasn't going to re-sign Derrick Henry after the season was going to play hardball with us if we offered him the right pick? It makes no sense because he lost Derrick Henry for nothing. But we just didn't want to give up. That's what we gave up a 2nd rounder for Roquan Smith, though. All we needed was Derrick Henry in that postseason run, and things may be a little bit different.
Guys, I think I said this a couple weeks ago, right, when we were talking about Max Crosby in the two 1st round picks. In the NFL, anybody is gettable. Anybody is tradable. Because these GMs think they're the smartest person in the room and they can replace the players that they're trading. Like, I can replace them with these 2 1st round picks. Anybody is gettable. Anyone's gettable. Jose brought up Ozzie Newsome called up Jacksonville one year and said, "Hey, so Eugene Monroe, how much for him?
Right.
Oh, you want a 4th? Sure. Boom, Eugene Monroe.
Starting left tackle.
Exactly. Anybody is gettable.
Somebody asked yesterday if we could get the Dolphins starting center. And I said, definitely worth a call. They're not trying to win this year.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, especially teams are far saying. Literally 2 weeks ago, Jose, the 2nd best defensive end, some people may say, some people disagree, some people agree, some people say Will Anderson. You literally traded for him for 2 1st round picks. You got him. He was gettable. Everyone has a price. He was gettable. He fails his physical, but he was gettable. Anyone's gettable. Right. Well, apparently, except Myles Garrett with Cleveland, because Cleveland was like, no, 4 1st round picks. No, I don't want that.
I think midway through this year, he might be available.
Exactly. Anybody's gettable at any time. You got to find the right time. I guarantee you, man, at the right time, like either last year or this year, sniff around Minnesota. That's all I got to say. Sniff around Minnesota.
We're going to end the show here. Ferris, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me at Let's Get Ready Network, GFBR. You can see it right there. There's the @ We're 39 away from 450. So share the link with your peoples, your Giants family, your Cowboys family, because everyone has a Cowboys fan in their family, deranged people. But so we talk Giants, we talk Cowboys, we have fun. We also got a Patreon, patreon.com/LGR_network. It keeps the lights on over there. We really appreciate the support.
And we got another super chat. Thank you, Slim. Says, as bad as it sounds, glad we didn't give up that 2nd for Derrick Henry because Harbaugh would still be here. I won the Super Bowl though, and he doesn't have to be here. Like we win Super Bowl coaches get fired all the time. All right, like and yes, I would hate it. I would hate him being here, but nothing's guaranteed with Jesse Minter. Like we're that close to Super Bowl. Give me the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Ask Doug Peterson.
Listen. Philly only got a couple more times to lose before Sirianni gets fired, and he just won a Super Bowl.
Facts.
So yeah,
Hey, man,
give me the Super Bowl. I don't hate Harbaugh that much. Give me the Super Bowl. That's what I want. That's what we play to win the game. Okay.
Yeah. I told Caleb, do you want my fandom or do you want to keep your Cowboys fandom for the last 20 years? He said he wants my fandom because in the bad times he could just go back to the Super Bowl winning years. That's what I do all the time.
All right, Hendo, let the people know where they can find you. What you got going on this week?
You can find me at the Road Pod. I got nothing but work and more work, and then probably work some more. But I might,
Right.
I might, if I get an opportunity today, I might think of something and try to drop a video.
Oh, well, we had 250 people in here. The newsletter is back. Is if you sign up for the newsletter on LBHTShow.com, you should get it this week. I did some things on the back end to make sure it was synced properly because it didn't get out to everybody last week. You should have gotten it this week. Every week we're doing a poll, and then we'll read the results. But the more the merrier. Okay, so go to LBHTShow.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It's free. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Put your email address in there, and the newsletter comes out every Monday at noon or noonish. All right, so check it out. Okay. Also sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/LBHTShow, patreon.com/ROUG. All right. We had the overtime show tonight for our Patreon members and our channel members, and we got a lot to talk about. Your boy Stephen A back at it again. Becoming our favorite person, Stephen A, talking about NASCAR drivers aren't athletes. But we'll get into that.
And harassing his coworkers.
Hold on. We got another super chat. Thank you, Tyrone. Appreciate that. Says Lamar is going to the Jets in 2027. Nobody wants to go to the Jets.
That's the second Jets comment in this chat. That's the second one.
Right, Kwame. Private jet.
Salute.
It was a private
All right.
jet.
Yeah, private. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to play the Jets in 2027. You're right.
Thanks.
All right, we getting out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later tonight. Peace.
Deuces.